Hi, welcome to week 6, Conversational Apologetics, Engaging the Questions. I want to talk about 3 things on the church planter point with regard to conversational apologetics. The first is question asking, which is the subtitle of the week. The second is listening, and the third is mutual dialogue. So with regard to question asking, let me begin with an article I wrote with a friend who's a PhD in psychology. We're talking about the shifty nature and what it means to be a pastor in 2015 when we wrote it last year. And one of the main points that we kept pointing toward was being a pastor has shifted. In 1950, it looked different than now. In 1950, pastors were looked at as the answer givers, the ones who knew all the right answers, the ones who were educated and who could give you the answers. Didn't matter if it was on theology or Bible or economics. The pastor was the one who had the answers. We've noticed a shift in pastors no longer becoming the answer givers, but in becoming the best question askers, which of course then implies my second point, which is listening. In order to ask thoughtful questions, we obviously need to be great listeners, which means that we don't actually begin with where we are, but we begin with where our friend is. Let's just say, for the purposes of this class, our friend who is not a part of the church. So we begin by listening to their context, to their situation, by joining them where they are, by asking questions, and by actually listening. I would also argue that the most powerful question isn't the first one, but it's like the second, third, fourth, fifth questions that are the powerful ones. It's the ones that show that you've listened to where they are and then are engaging with their context to then guide them into the next question. The third piece I'd like to add from the church planter point is actually around the art of conversation. So sure, there's question asking, there is listening, both very important things, but people also want you to participate in the conversation. So then it becomes about the art of dialogue.